What's up, gamers? What up, gamers?
Maybe like I could get a free Kadika.
You guys are in for a treat today. Alright, we got free Penjamin fire sales. Alright guys, limited time offer. And on top of that, we're going to be slamming some Wingstop hot honey. Alright?
Yeah, somebody told me the anime backstory of the different cartels, and it's really complicated. And it's like it's hard to even remember. But all we know is like TJ is like fucking a mix of good and bad. Like TJ
we also got the burger fries
about if you're just a regular person. That's when you're not inside a TJ. But yeah, when you're there.
And these are normal Wingstop fries.
Let's go. But yeah, dude. Spanish for Marvel. So a canica. So like when you go to prison, you spend a lot of time stretching your penis. So that like if you get a girlfriend when you get out of penis, then you don't get cheated on. And another thing you do in prison to make your penis better, is they do this surgery where like they take a razor blade and they cut a slit on the top of your shaft, and then they take like a piece of a domino silicone that's specifically shaped, sometimes like a star.
These fries
or like
as good as the regular
like
Wingstop fries.
Or anything. You can get custom shapes of a diamond, and it goes and it's kind of like raised like a pleasure bump, and it goes directly.
These are more like steak fries. I don't really like them.
So that when you get out and you're having sex with them like you style, that this like little bump thing, this subdermal implant on you is like grinding up again. But that being said, you can't be a grip exploit. You have to probably already have a chuckster to make maximum use of that augmentation. I mean, no offense against
the Penjamin,
but I'm
during
just
the mukbang portion.
Like that's how I do my kosher head covers. People would make fun of me if I wore like a kippah. And I'm not like, I don't know if I'm out there. I'm just a dingo. I'm not gonna wear a kippah. Like, if you're like an Italian Jew, you don't really fuck with kippah. VP said you have to deal with AZ warrant someday soon. No, I don't. Maybe like what actually is going to happen in Arizona is like the Department of Homeland Security is going to crack down on Scottsdale courts, Scottsdale PD, and they're going to arrest a bunch of gang members, and then all my fucking shit's going to get lifted, and they're going to say sorry and give me a fucking lump sum payment.
These aren't as good as the normal Wingstop fries. That's my review so far. These are more like steak fries.
Dude, like, as a guy who's
I mean, they're coated in cheese and like Louisiana voodoo seasoning, so it tastes alright, but it's not the normal Wingstop fries. They're mushier. That was almost ugly, boys. That almost fell right on my hoodie.
Well, like what she is saying is like, oh, you fled the state because they wanted to use false information and already false charges against you to like listen to what white women.
I've never been a steak fry guy.
Put you on Risperdal based on their false testimony.
I like more of the McDonald's style,
so, like, literally,
fry texture.
Like fucking Dex, basically Harriet Tubman my ass out of Arizona. It's a fucking.
I like more of a goy slop. I like more of a goy slop style. French fry.
By human rights and shit. Facts. I know, dude. It's like she's gonna keep saying that the $200 or less hole to fix in the drywall is gonna. She's gonna say it was like a fucking $28,000 fucking drywall hole fucking someday because of all the emotional damage.
We got the cream soda Coca-Cola from the freestyle machine.
She had gang members threatening to kill me with weapons, and I was trying to like run around the facility like not get fucking shot. Pretty out of the crawl space. It's like not even my fault. I didn't purposely fall. I didn't miss the fucking the board to support me on purpose. She's acting like I'm Mario stopping that shit. It's like, no, you had people saying they're gonna shoot me there, and we're also trying to cuckold me. And it's like trying to get me false accused. And it's like I didn't play the shot, and then I'm like, oh, because if the gang members did shoot me there, then the cops would have just came up to my corpse and they would have been like, yeah, he's schizophrenic. We had to self-defend ourselves. He's going nuts. And I would have been the enemy. Literally, dude. The African American cop that showed up that day was the same cop that fucking resigned for being like a homophobic gang member that was also being investigated for other shit. So like it was good for him to resign after getting like punished for the homophobic comments, because like that's better than resigning for the like super corrupt, like really violating people's rights, fucking shit up investigations that were happening. So like yeah. Drywall's cheap as fuck, I know. Oh, cool. Dude, I saw these guys in like olive and brown shirts pull up, and I was like, oh fuck, it's the shirts. It's totally landscape people. They're not gonna fucking push my jaws in the food. It's alright. I got anxiety. Well, no, dude, like, so, like, Nazis and simps and, like, witches target innocent people who believe in God, who have bad genetics, to be crucified by Risperdal and Zyprexa to fuck up their sexual health and sexual nervous systems, to make them drool in vegetables so that they can't fight or have anything to live for when the revolution comes. So that's why the pharmaceutical industry is really the brute force eugenicist military-industrial complex industry in disguise, bro. Well, not all the pharmaceutical industry, but like the ones that make the mental health Nazi pills are. The ones that make healing medicines that help people are like good guys. But like the Nazi pills are that's what they're based on. I know, imagine like a society where like the First Amendment of the United States says not only you have the free speech to say what you want, but you're also allowed to believe whatever you want. That's not just like, oh, protect and organize religions. No. What you want to literally believe at a philosophical, spiritual, metaphysical, physical, fucking level, period, in your brain, scientific theory, religion.
Alright, that was the that was the voodoo fries.
That's what First Amendment says. But then they say, oh, you have schizophrenia. You believe you see these things.
The cheese sauce,
like they do to my boy. I don't see shit.
Was all right.
You're believing in
seasoning was all right.
Testify to believe too.
Not my preferred cut of French fry.
Falsely in prison.
That's really my main complaint, is that it's not my preferred cut of French fry. I prefer
you're seeing in
more of a McDonald's, Burger King. I don't know what the technical term for that kind of French fry cut is.
The Constitution says like there's a loophole out.
But what I do know,
have fun having permanent damage, vegetable guinea pig boy,
is that if I had to give it an out of 10 rating, that one's probably getting a, I'd say that gets like a 5 out of 10, maybe a, no, so that's like, not fair. I'll give that a 6 or 7. A 6. I'll give that a 6 out of 10. Okay? I think that's fair. I think 5's a little harsh. So it's a 6 out of 10. Just because I don't like the cut of fry. Everything else was excellent.
What about psychics? The First Amendment is there to fucking protect psychics and shit too. So like literally, bro.
So we got the hot honey rub chicken tender here.
And if you're a so-called schizophrenic, it's like your First Amendment right is automatically shit on. So is your Second Amendment right, because oh, you're mentally ill now. But let's get into the like lesser talk topics. Your Fourth and Fifth Amendment right, definitely not respectable in the so-called mental health court, which is not even a constitution court where it's like the United States of the United States, it's not even there. You gotta like literally like if they had like courtrooms where like an animal that doesn't even have a human consciousness like was at least allowed to be present for the hearing, that would be like way more like having your rights intact.
The hot honey rub
right now for a human being.
Bit of a subtle flavor.
I know.
It does have a little bit of a kick.
And it's like, oh,
a little bit of
most
like an
so-called
after
mentally ill people, and basically, like mental illness is not like if you have.
But it does
so-called
have a sweet and
schizophrenia,
spicy thing going on.
either you were getting targeted by gang members with psychological warfare weapons, or law enforcement, or you might have been fucking with some like meditation and shit and tapped into the jinn realm, or maybe you might have fucked with too much drugs. You're afraid about being over the fried. All those things should be protected by the First Amendment anyway, regardless. Why are we forcing people to take brain damage chemicals? That is not the issue. There's something fundamentally Nazi about this fucking shit. It fundamentally, like, basically says, we don't agree with how your brain works. You're less of a
So I like that.
than us. So
Let's
like,
try to describe
we don't even have to follow USDA
the Wingstop Hot Honey Rub.
You're like a
So the
piece of meat
Wingstop
that's
Hot
like
Honey
dying.
Rub.
We don't care how healthy that piece of meat is. We're gonna
Very
fuck your piece of meat right up,
crispy,
and your so-called
very
American
dry.
rights up. Illusion of the system.
Outside, but not in a bad way.
You know what I'm saying? It seems
And
like
then
people that
the
believe
hot
in equal
honey
rights and
rub
freedom and shit like that,
gives
they're-
it a little bit of a
would be like,
powdery,
wait a minute, the Constitution says we're not supposed to do that to each other. That's kind of
caramelized
fucked up.
coating.
But like when you have Nazis
thing,
and eugenicists,
it gives it like a caramelized, powdery coating effect. So you have the crispiness. You get a good crunch.
So of course
Maybe it could be juicier on the inside,
throw it away. We don't like
but
it. So it's like, dude,
you pair that with a dipping sauce, I'd say it's a pretty good wing. Or chicken tendy. I'd say it's a pretty good chicken tendy. Let's try our second one here.
Fucking 200
We're dipping
years
it in
after
honey
the
mustard.
so-called country. Fucking Germanic white people, like they talk a big talk, but they cannot walk the walk.
So the second hot honey rub tendy,
America and its constitution,
way
is straight up
juicier,
held by exclusively
way less
Mediterranean
dry and
Italian
tough.
people.
But the
those are
description
actually
that I
people
gave
that
the
are
hot
not
honey
they would actually be able to live
rub
by the
is pretty
Constitution,
accurate.
Practice law the right way and follow the golden rule and treat each other fairly. Well, no, there'd still be ugly people and shit. So yeah, like ugly people and diseased people would still get fucked up because like yeah, that's just human nature. But it would be a little bit less bad now. Yeah, but I don't smoke meth anymore, dude. Yeah, I feel like she wants me to smoke meth again, but I'm over that shit.
So we got our third hot honey rub tendy here.
Dude, eventually,
Second
like,
one
a
was
super
definitely
rich
way
rock
better
bitch
than the
who's
first,
tight, yeah, super
but the
tight
first one did
pussy,
have a
is
unique
gonna adopt
combination
you,
going on
take you off the streets, and then I'll
that
get
I would
healthcare.
say doesn't
I'll
make
get
it
a
bad.
primary care physician. And then, like, I'll go to that primary care physician or whatever kind of physician that I need to go to after drinking lots of water, healthy every day. And I'll be able to get them adapted. And then it's like, meth will forever be like, that's stupid, I don't want that. I have something super better that the army uses instead of meth. Fucking A, yeah, thumbs up. Like, dude, popping like an orally administered doctor recommended dose of modafinil is way more patriotic for the Constitution than smoking crystal meth. And even if you have perfectly pure crystal meth, it has less fucking poisons that are gonna fuck you up and shit in it. Meth was still invented by the Nazis. So like literally modafinil, a modern, more safer pharmaceutical, I don't know if it was invented in the United States, but if it was, it's literally more patriotic. Like modafinil is like it honors the troop. Modafinil honors the troops more than meth. Even if like more troops in combat history had to resort to using meth in battle because of like how like older meth is, like in modern times, thinking about supporting the troops of the United States, air dead, fucking land dead, sea dead, women, whatever, worldwide. Modafinil is a way better stimulant. And Adderall is even further. And then like also like don't let the people like try to act like all the soldiers hate Muslims, because the soldiers like in the fucking Iraq war, when they found out that the Muslims like respect the Constitution more than the retards back home. So everybody, the Muslims and the fucking American soldiers, they all feel bad at the end of the war because they realize that Sims fucking fuck up everybody's rights worldwide. But yeah, and in fucking Afghanistan and Iraq, both the Arabs and the Afghanis and U.S. troops.
That fourth?
Sometimes they both
Hot
had
honey
used
rub,
death pipe to
Wingstop
stay
chicken tendy
So like,
was also
not
phenomenal.
all people who use meth are like drug addicts who would use
I don't know if I've ever
Literally,
had
there's guys who have like metal body
a bad Wingstop chicken tendy.
Combat,
To be honest, they've always been slam dunks.
Serving their country because you had to stay awake to make sure your other fucking soldiers didn't get shot. Death pipes happen. They bother warfare. It's different. But daffodil is a cleaner alternative, and it's like, I think that the international aid organizations, the U.S. military can already give their soldiers and servicemen like the daffodil.
So I'm not sure how to describe the flavor.
Even though you don't want to be providing aid for terrorists or Al Qaeda or whatever,
you got that hard, crunchy outside. That's a bit firmer because of the hot honey coating. So you got a crunch, almost like a crunchy shell on the outside. Then you got the chicken tendy meat on the inside. Then you got the hot honey rub. That's adding like the sweet, spicy tanginess to it, and then caramelizing that breading a little bit. Then you pair the honey mustard dipping sauce with it. It gives it a little bit of creaminess, and it's awesome. It's all, you put it all together. It's a good mix of everything.
Was like way better, like way better. Dude, imagine if I got plastic surgery, hair restoration, penis enlargement, anabolic steroids, and the daffodil, bro. Dude, I could fucking totally have confidence and self-esteem around chicks, bro. It would be fucking cool as fuck, dude. I wouldn't have social anxiety, dude. That'd be badass. So unless you're like 6'8", you have a really big dick in the middle of your face, you need some kind of stimulants if you're going to talk to women, because you have to have your body prepared in case they reject you and false accuse you, and you have a bunch of white knights chasing you down for violence to hurt you. So you need to have like the energy for like, not only if she says yes, and you have to have sex with her for hours and make sure that you see alcohol before you fuck out, but in case she says no, if she thinks she's creepy and she says guys to hurt you, so you have the stamina to.
All right, we got our fifth and final.
So that's why stimulants.
Hot honey rub chicken tender from Wingstop. Then we're moving on to the free Penjamin fire
I
sales.
know Lizzie, big hat. Lizzie feels that way, but like when I talk about like using the scientific method to like determine like whether like women find me ugly or not, like I mean like in order to repeat the experiment, I mean like repeating the experiment with favorable results, like with two or more hot chicks at the same time, like over an extended period. Like that's how like the scientific method is like confirming that I'm not ugly. Yo, what's up, dysgenic, defective Dyson vacuum cleaner? That's a cool name. What's up? Welcome to the chat. You just want to end it on a better note? I'll let you call in later. Usually, like, the angry woman call-in hours are more of an after sunset kind of thing on this program anyway. We usually leave the happy daylight hours for more happy subjects and like, drama. Oh shit, there's a lot of people at this park. I hope I'm not making them uncomfortable with my badge that this podcast and shit. I hope the Chads don't sucker punch me, dude, because I'm weird. You're not gonna yell at me. So even if you're not gonna yell at me, you might like Vegan does a thing where she's like ogre screeching at me. And it might not be like literally a yell in her definition, but it's still a very loud audible ogre screech, kind of like ogre fucking vocalization, you know, extreme in the desert. So like, I don't know what your definition of yell is. Actually, like, wait a minute. Shrek is an ogre, and ogres are like a little bit less deadly looking than orcs. So like, let's call Vegan Patriot like an orc instead of an ogre. So she doesn't ogre rage, she fucking orc rages. That makes way more sense. Dude, when her voice gets all deep and guttural.
So I give those hot honey rub chicken tendies.
She sounds orc-like, dude.
Those hot honey rub.
You guys should see some of her like really, really low voice, masculine, guttural N-words that she would shout at people that were out for the beer.
Those hot honey rub chicken tendies really sent me to Flavor Town.
Like that.
That
it sounded
was
like a man shouting a racist word.
Food journey. It was a food odyssey.
Sticking out of her long ass.
That was
like fucking orc mode, bro.
I took a trip to Chicken Tendy Nirvana there.
Yeah, I know. So it's like she had the worst kind of woman voices imaginable. She had to like pretending to be.
So I give the hot honey rub chicken tendies.
I'm trying to sound cute when she's not voice that is like default.
I give them
she gets the basket of fucking big ass little voice. It's like
I give them a Flavor Town out of 10. All right, that one.
She was like on woman.
That one really took me to Flavor Town. The fries could have been better. Take or leave the fries. I'm not a fan of the steak fries. I don't know why they were selling me steak fries.
I know, like, a woman is not supposed to make you feel like you were like
the hot honey rub chicken tendies really brought me to Flavor Town. And now
when you lay
that I am fully
like, you're supposed to be more than prison bubba, if anything.
Now that I fully fed the
like,
beast within when it comes to my ravenous cravings for chicken tendies,
and, like, you're easily gonna get
seasoned chicken tendies from a place that tosses buffalo wings. Now
I know, her
ravenous
big ass
cravings
long
have been satiated.
and her big like fucking like reptilian giant size 20 men's feet and shit like that. She can shit
do my promised
and like her cartoon foot has so much
pre-Penjamin
skull, dude.
fire sales.
She had big cartoonish weird unattractive proportions. Made her masculine feet couldn't like the real danger.
Alright, we got some free
She could accidentally kill
Penjamin.
her dog just with her really vascular.
Free Penjamin fire sales headed your way, folks.
Just tossing it to her.
Better believe it.
She could instantly kill a dog. Big ass.
You better believe it, folks.
Her Marfan, manly looking feet could probably like accidentally kick a dog easier than fucking Steven Seagal in the head, unconscious.
Now that we went all the way to Flavor Town and back, now that we took an express,
Exactly, bro.
now that we took an express one-way flight to Flavor Town. Give me a second.
Dude,
I'll
what
be
am I
right
gonna
back.
eat for food? What's your guys'
So we got the cookies runts. We got the cookies runts, only the greatest in designer, right? We got the cookies runts. Now that we went to Flavor Town, we're going to Penjamin City. We're going to the land of milk in Penjamin. We're journeying to the promised land of milk and Penjamin.
I know, it's 6 inches is small and 7 pounds, dude. Dude, the last time I took a piss and I went to my piss, I know.
Traveling to the promised land
of
milk and Penjamin people. We're going to the promised land of milk and Penjamin. Only the finest in designer runs, cookies runs cartridge.
Have sex, dude. I'll think about how my dick's only 6 inches, and then it'll go soft. If I think I'll conceive my stomach would hurt, I'd fucking feel like I'm gonna pass out or throw up or something. sometimes get tunnel vision and I faint when I was trying to have sex because like I couldn't say anything about like how women were judging me and being dissatisfied by me for not having a foreskin and like how much better it would feel for them if I had a foreskin. 6 inches is small intergalactically. Brutal, bro. And exactly. Average and normal also means mediocre, mass-produced, proletariat, bland, undesirable. So that's why, like, if your computer's less than 8 inches, just don't even talk to them. You're gonna get humiliated. Maybe if you're good looking and tall enough to get a bunch of like shameful one-night stands where you feel like low self-esteem, but at least you never have to talk to them again, you can do that.
Yeah, that's some good puffage there.
But other than that, just like don't talk to them.
Perfect. Just hop off an Odyssey to Flavortown. Brought to you by Wingstop.
Yeah, bro. See, what is a new beginning, dude? There's no new beginnings unless the Anunnaki give me a loan for fucking penis enlargement and restoration and plastic surgery. And that counts as
those damn Anunnaki gotta leave us alone.
And I'm respecting to society.
Where is those fucking Anunnaki bastards gonna leave us taxpaying Americans alone? God damn it. Leave us alone, you Anunnaki son of a bitch. You god fucking damn Anunnaki son of a bitch. I'm a fucking taxpaying American. God damn it. I believe in the Bible.
Yeah, once you know the spiritual truth, there's no point trying to like blend into society thinking that like, oh, I have a chance even though I'm under 6 foot tall and I'm not a Chad. It's like, no, that's stupid, dude. You're gonna look like a fuck in a video this later.
Yeah,
it's
well,
like I'm smart enough, dude. It's like I need cryogenic freezing in order to like have a stake in the society.
Anunnaki bastards. God dang Anunnaki.
See, like,
let's get
I'm
another
not paying
Penjamin
attention to
in.
her. Now she's willing to
Get
like,
another
all
free
the
Penjamin
boys pay
fire
attention
sale
to
in.
her all once. See, that's why like it's better not to play the women game.
Everything must go with this fire sale. Get it out of here.
See, like, I wasn't able to pay attention to her. Now she needs to have, like, a train run of attention paid attention, like, to her, too. My bad. I was just picking a stab so that I could slightly draw a little bit of blood, so that like it would diffuse into the air, and it... Dude, there's a baby ass spider on the selfie stick, and it's perfectly black and shiny and symmetrical, and it's normal. There's like no distinguishing features about it besides the small black shiny thing. Really aggressive. If I smashed the spider, I would be such a feminine self. I'm gonna let it live. Maybe name and massage me.
Oh man, the hot honey rub seasoning opened my sinuses all up. Cured my congestion. Lessened the symptoms of my congestion.
Dude, I don't do
the
like
hot honey rub did.
shows.
It's doing its magic. The hot honey rub is doing its magic.
Yeah. Dude, I'm clearing it right now. I'm like worried that the people like over there are just gonna like open up a window and just like pour a bucket of like boiling septic matter on my face. It's gonna scar me for life and make me smell bad just because I'm like almost in self-creepy and shit. Showers are like, dude. Yeah, but I always feel like there's like weird, like secret agent fucking creeping around the corner, hidden camera, fucking rapist shit going on, but it could be real. Like whenever I go to Planet Fitness, I feel like I'm doing some kind of Assassin's Creed stealth mission where the objective is to not get raped or something. Dude, look, there's a baby version of the fucking Mantis fucking shrimp caterpillar now, bro. We got like the fucking baby version of that same ass shit from earlier, bro. That's sick as fuck, bro.
Oh man, we got a long way to go on penjamin front, people.
Yeah,
I'll suffer through it alone.
Like
story of my life.
I feel like they're gonna like it sucks. Yo guys, is power chat still broken? What the fuck is up with the power chat, bro? I was starting to get bugged, bro. What is up with this shit?
Lonely, I'm so lonely. I have nobody for my own.
Well, I'm gonna go check the Dodo link. It's probably fucked.
Where in the world is Francis from YouTube?
By the way, guys, I got a 2-week ban right off the bat for like a fucking already privated fucking stream, dude, on my main account, dude. So like, we'll just have to take it to the roll.
Where in the world is Francis from YouTube? We got a long way to go on the penjamin fire sales, people. We got our work cut out for us. These ones always rake in the shekels. These ones always roll the nickels. These ones always roll the nickels. The people eat them like hotcakes, I tell you. The people eat them like hotcakes.
Even before I was born, like my grandpa was able to sniff, like my dad.
These ones really bring in the big bucks.
Like rid him out of the village, so you have to check your weight without the muscle. So like my dad must have really worshiped white women, so like the prove that his own father didn't want to be associated. My dad's only half the same. I'm only a quarter the same, but I'm about to quarter Italian on my mom's side, so like I'm basically a half, but still, I'm basically as half as like equally as undesirable as my male. So like I learned my lesson early on. Like one blonde-haired white woman is enough. Where it's like, dude, I'm not gonna sacrifice all these innocent people and the people I care about to listen to what a whisper bitch puts about you just because you have blonde hair. It's like, dude.
Everything must go.
I'm gonna say that to my dad too. I'm the Witcher, bro. Don't sick Witcher. He hates the fact that he's Sicilian and he wants to somehow create a child that has blonde hair who's tall. So so he doesn't have to watch a failure very long because his Sicilian DNA causes other failures unless he breeds with a Nazi super soldier. But he was never able to find a Nazi super soldier. So he resents me for being a defective child that looks Sicilian and didn't tell him. So that's why my dad's a pussy, because he just continues to sick for white bitches, continues to sick for black bitches. He would have been way better if he just divorced my mom and like try to create like a better version of me with like a Latino. But you should have avoided me and like never dated my mom. You should have like never met my mom. You should have avoided me. Yeah, but that guy's a prolific bisexual. He's like equally attracted to like women of all body sizes and dudes of all body sizes. That dude's an actual literal like pansexual, bisexual, will actually engage in both receptacle and penetrative activities with males and women of any age and size. Like,
Sorry, I'm in a hot honey rub chicken. I'm in a Wingstop hot honey rub chicken tendy coma. All right, guys.
So like
I'm really going through it right now.
The same guy who bullied Blade.
You wouldn't understand what I'm going through.
And then he sucked Blade's
I'm going through a lot right now.
So it's like imagine a guy who's tried to fuck your girl, and then he fucks your girl, and he makes stuff.
It's not necessarily a difficult time. It's just a tumultuous time.
I got that idiot to let me suck his dick to make up for fucking his wife.
There's a lot going on in my life that you're not privy to.
That's the kind of guy he is. That's how he gets down. But yeah, there's a picture.
You wouldn't understand. You wouldn't understand my inner monologue right now.
As his way of apologizing.
Wouldn't make any sense to you.
That's fucking gross, though, dude. So, like, yeah, imagine.
You don't know why I am the way I am.
Imagine if, like, the big final boss bad guy in the anime was, like, he's down to fuck your bitch and suck your bitch and all that shit. And all that shit. He's like, he'll fuck your bitch, he'll suck your dick, he'll rape you, he'll force you to rape him. Like, he'll do whatever. Like, I'm gonna unconsensually get you involved in every spectrum of sexual activity you want to do. Like, that's the kind of bad guy we're talking about. Like, it's not gay, straight, bisexual. He's trying to get an unconsensual with the entire spectrum of it. That's his tactic. He was taught by Michael and Peter. That's what they used in the Vietnam War. That's what the government used against the British civilians. You know, is that the fucking psychological philosophy of life? That's yeah, I'm not gonna like why Victoria, why are you spamming to call in? I don't even have the other phone on Wi-Fi. I'm not gonna call in and make you feel uncomfortable like with your woman's group. Okay. But anyway,
it's been a long
the BBC
week.
speaker is kind of like on red, dying battery. So we're gonna put on like the little chode speaker that's not as satisfying unfortunately, but like yeah, this has no battery. Dude, I feel like I got like infected scabies fucking box for sitting on the homeless toilet seat, dude. It's such an injustice that hot rich bitches in Montecito don't live in houses. I have to share the same fucking toilet seats as like homeless, unwashed old guy butt cheeks that could have diseases which would fuck up my lifespan. All because hot rich girls in Montecito that are young and attractive are not like the doctor. Literally, dude, ASPCA, bro, like fucking Sarah McLachlan, bro. Arms of an angel and shit, dude. Literally, bro, my ex-girlfriend did that, abused me. I'm the shaking, fucking, like, malnourished, fucking maldeveloped, fucking defective dog. I'm the birth defect abused dog in the ASPCA culture. Have to restart my shit.
So we're gonna have to forge on alone because it appears that LDN is signing off. leaving me to carry on without his vetching. I'm going to be vetchless. I'm going to have to fill the dead air all on my own. More weight on my shoulders.
So the cops already have
Another
these AI
burden
controlled
for
cameras on
Francis
all
to
sides of
bear.
their vehicles. They can X-ray see through your pants. And if you got a fucking less than 8-inch dick, you get fucking profiled by the fucking robot eye as having a baby dick. And they're gonna intimidate you, bro. So the cop cars can see through your pants. And they know how big your
cop
dick are.
cars can
like,
see
even
through
before
your
the
pants.
cop knows how big your dick
They're
is.
like TSA
the cop cars
agents.
have computers in them. They can see through your pants.
And like that, IBL is gone. That LDN is gone, leaving me ramblingless, ramblingless, to forge ahead alone, trying to finish this penjamin, doing my free penjamin fire sales after the Wingstop Hot Honey Rub Tendies review, which was a smashing success. As you can see, it really brought the people in, really brought the people together. We all held hands and sang Kumbaya while I went to Flavortown, while I took a submarine down to Flavortown, while experiencing the Wingstop Hot Honey Rub 5-piece chicken tendies with the Coke Zero cream soda from the Coca-Cola Freestyle machine. The only downside was that they substituted the regular cut of their French fries for something that is more akin to a steak fry, and I'm not a steak fry kind of guy. I consider steak fries blasphemy. Steak fries are the orthodox to my Protestant McDonald's-esque French fry cut. All right, I like the goy slop cut of French fry. I like a regular goy slop cut of French fries, and steak fries are too real for me. The steak fries are too close to actual mashed potatoes for my liking. All right. Oh, dude, yeah, no, I definitely got like halitosis and shit from smoking the penjamin. I definitely got like gout and shingles and halitosis and tuberculosis and a case of the shivers. I got a case of the shivers, and I also got onset adult fetal alcohol syndrome from hitting the penjamin. The penjamin actually rewrote my phenotype, and it gave me a narrower upper lip, and it put my nostrils closer to my narrower upper lip, thus giving me adult onset fetal alcohol syndrome at age like 27. Hold on. I'm experiencing lung action that was coming out of my nostril there. My nostril is having some lung action, and my respiratory is doing things without my consent, and I'm gonna take it to court, and I'm gonna call my lungs the new P. Diddy, because they're black. My lungs are black, and they're doing things without my consent, and they're the new P. Diddy. And my first name is Justin, so all of this is going to be believable to the greater world, and I'm going to make money off of it. And I'm going to become the new Larry Bird of lawsuits. I'm going to become the Larry Bird of lawsuits, as in I'm going to disrespect people that are of a different ethnicity than me, disrespectfully. And that's why I'm the Larry Bird of lawsuits. And I'm going to take my lungs to court for unconsensual deeds. Yep. I'm filling the air with words. There's words in the air. If you took a reading of what is in the air, you would discover words in them. Yep. Yup, even. I know, people don't understand. Wingstop probably has more creatine per chicken tendy than your average goy slop chicken tendy. And people are really sleeping on the Wingstop. I mean, Wingstop is out here basically being like a Flavortown travel agency. And they're out here handing out like Flavortown passports to like 937. I was listening to IBL live. You're way back. You're not watching live. I'm not listening to IBL anymore. IBL was live. He just stopped going live. He disappeared into the ether to leave me to fill the dead air on my stream alone, which is not an easy task for me. God damn it, Bobby. I dropped my fucking pen. Okay. Oh man, I've got a thin layer of mucous membrane. Fuck me, dude. Shout out to my thin layer of mucous membrane. When I win a Grammy, I'm gonna go on the stage and I'm gonna be like, I couldn't have done it without my thin layer of mucous membrane. Shout out to my thin layer of mucous membrane. That's the only thing that had my back and clogged the pores in it. Couldn't have done it without you, thin layer of mucous membrane. So I may violate the Geneva Convention, but shit. That was a good one. that one made me. I made myself laugh there. I caught myself up. I didn't think I was gonna hit a biblically accurate shit. Shit. I didn't think I was gonna hit a biblically accurate SHEEEEEIT. Would I have sex with vegan patriot? Well, no, I feel like this is entrapment. I feel like I'm being entrapped right now. And I feel like there's not a correct answer to this question. I have a platonic and symbiotic parasocial relationship with Vegan Patriot, and that is really the only that's really the only contribution I could have to that line of questioning, because I have a platonic, symbiotic, parasocial relationship with Vegan Patriot that is, by my estimate, mutually beneficial. I don't know what Vegan Patriot gets out of it, but she gets something out of it. And shit. Shit. Oh, Victoria? Victoria. I'm not sure what Victoria looks like. I know Eric would have sex with Victoria. Eric would make silverback gorilla noises while he was having sex with Vegan Patriot or Victoria Patriot. Maybe even Vegan Patriot, for all we know. You know, the jury's not out on that one yet. But shit. Shit. Eric would definitely have sex with Victoria J. Eric would definitely have cunnilingus. Eric would go bazinga every time his pelvic region made contact with Victoria J's gluteus maximus region. Eric would yell bazingad like Sheldon Cooper from Young Sheldon fame, and Eric would go like bazingad. That's what he would say every time his pelvic region makes contact with Victoria J's gluteus maximus region. I'm talking about Eric. For all I know, Alex Mayers is right, and Victoria is actually named Victor or something like that. All I know is that Eric kind of looks like the Geico caveman, and I think he would engage in cunnilingus with Victoria J, and he'd make like silverback gorilla noises, and he would yell the word bazingad every time his pelvic region made contact with Victoria J's gluteus maximus region, in a position of your choosing. Really, any one where the pelvis makes contact with that region would suffice for imagining reasons. Since you asked me that question, that is what I think Eric would, based on my observations of Eric in his natural habitat in the past month or so. I would say that Eric would engage in cunnilingus with Victoria J, like Sheldon Cooper from Young Sheldon fame. Or as I like to call it, shell dogs in the house. This is basically my flag YouTube channel. Like how Sheldon Cooper of Young Sheldon fame ran a YouTube channel canonically where he just discussed lore about various obscure flags of either no longer around nations or obscure micronations or local flags of like unincorporated counties or things such as that. Yeah, this is my Sheldon Cooper's flags of various nations YouTube channel where I'm talking about obscure things, and then I say the word Bazingad, and then everyone goes, he must have went to Harvard. That guy went to Harvard or something. You can tell by his DC comic books t-shirt and his straight cut pants. And his general OCD nature. I mean, let's face it. The word Bazingad is basically the second ka-chow of our generation. When it comes to catchphrases, Bazingad is up there with ka-chow. When it comes to cultural relevance and cultural permeation, I think it is, I think it's withstood the test of time. I think the catchphrase Bazingad has permeated in meme culture in a way that, has earned it its I almost said that. No, I'm kidding. I didn't almost say anything. It's earned it its high stature and relevance in meme culture. I mean, Kachiga is obviously the better meme phrase from the Car franchise. That's the better meme catchphrase from the Cars franchise, Kachiga. But, I mean, we don't have to discuss Kachiga. Kachiga is the black sheep of the Cars meme catchphrases for obvious reasons. It goes without saying. I didn't even have to bring it up, right? It's almost like, I didn't have to bring that up, because now I got you thinking about it. Now if you know about it, you're thinking about it, and I didn't have to make you think about it. That one's on me. I didn't say that. I said Eric would. I didn't say that I would not. I said that Eric would. I said that Eric would, and I described with a lot of adjectives and stuff the ways in which Eric would defile Victoria J if given the opportunity. Like a homeless vagabond Cro-Magnon that devours Starbucks coffee regularly and makes grunting Neanderthal noises into his cell phone. And then I went on a tangent about Bazingad. I went on a tangent about how Sheldon Cooper of Young Sheldon fame has an infamous catchphrase, that being Bazingad. And so on and so forth. And I said the word cunnilingus. I bet you guys don't even know how many syllables that word is. Probably not. You probably don't know how many syllables the word cunnilingus is. I bet it's a lot. I'm not going to count them, are you? I'll count the amount of syllables in the word cunnilingus if you do first. Because I'm not doing it. We're just going to have to wonder. I'm not even going to ask an AI. We're just going to sit here and wonder how many syllables is in the word. Is that even the right word? Is that the one that Sheldon from Big Bang Theory used, or does he use the word coitus? I think he uses the word coitus. You don't even know how many syllables is in that word either. Yeah. Yeah, you don't even know how many how many syllables is in the word coitus. It's definitely not. Yeah. It's definitely not a small amount of syllables. It's definitely not like 2 or 3 syllables. But how many is it? I bet you don't even know what syllables are. Yeah, I think coitus. Did Sheldon say coitus or cunnilingus instead of like intercourse? Or another proper way to say, he used like a clinical word for like, yeah, and it was like coitus or something like that. But why? Is this a rate Victoria J stream now? Are we gonna rate? I don't know what Victoria J actually looks like. And apparently, Alex Mayers could be right. She could actually be named like Victor or something like that. We don't know what Victoria J's real name is. It could be Victor. She could be a man. Just able to talk like a woman on command somehow. And how would we know? Everyone acts like you're just supposed to know. Everyone acts like you're just supposed to know when someone is not a biological woman. Wait, are you saying Victoria J is off of stimulants a lot? Well, a broken clock is right several times a day. And Alex Mayers could be correct. She could be correct about Victoria J being a man. That was actually believable to me. That's believable to me because, why would someone bother? Well, I don't need to ask why someone would bother. People catfish people that they deem lolcows all the time. Like, someone claimed that they catfished me on Discord once, and I still reserve that they're just spewing revisionist history, and that I did not get catfished, and that I was in fact honey dicking the catfish. So basically, I honey dicked a catfish, but they want to use revisionist history and say that they just catfished me, and that they weren't obviously catfishing me, and that I wasn't in fact subverting their expectations and honey dicking them by full well knowing that they're catfishing me, but playing along with it anyway to make them uncomfortable, which is exactly what happened. I made them incredibly uncomfortable because they didn't expect me to go along with them catfishing me, and they were like, "You're up to something." They're like, "You're up to something. I know you're up to something." And I may have even told them that I'm up to something, and that I'm plotting against them to make them even more uncomfortable. But what's it called? Point being that I honey dicked someone catfishing me like James Franco, who's totally didn't get canceled during the Me Too movement, but I definitely honey dicked someone catfishing me on Discord. But they run around spewing revisionist history and trying to call me gay, and I'm not gay. Neither me or Kanye West are homosexuals, is really what I'm getting at here. So Victoria J could be a man for all we know. Is really, that was the takeaway from that. That was a lore dump. That's what we call that in the business. That was a lore dump. That was plot. That was exposition. That was plot, exposition, and lore, and things like that. Back then, yes, I was around for Gamergate. I was there when the meme war happened. I participated in the meme war, and deep down, I think that's really why the FBI doesn't like me, is because I was there when they targeted gamers. And yeah, basically I was literally there when the "they targeted gamers" copy pasta was written, and I was also there when they literally targeted gamers. And it happened. I don't know how else to say it, but that happened. That definitely happened, and they definitely targeted gamers, and it definitely happened. Both the copy pasta and the actual targeting of gamers happened, and I witnessed it, and it happened. And both the copy pasta and real life. And it was a time, it was a time. And things happened during that time. And, that's really just like, that's like saying the shot heard around the world was the thing to fixate on during the Revolutionary War. And like, the shot heard around the world was really like a footnote of the events of the Revolutionary War. And that's how I feel about Zoe Quinn. I feel like, though it may be true that the Zoe Quinn and the gaming journalism thing was the catalyst for Gamergate, I really feel like the cultural zeitgeist of people having it out for nerd culture was like writing on the wall for a while. Much like how the shot heard around the world was but a footnote in the true lore of the Revolutionary War, Zoe Quinn was, even if true that Zoe Quinn was the catalyst for Gamergate, that was really like but a footnote. And I think like the cultural zeitgeist was there for there to be a feminist targeting of gamers, a a feminist and anti-Western targeting of gamers was writing on the wall for a while. I mean, you could go back further to 2001 to the Newgrounds era. You could go back to the Newgrounds era and the Flash Games era, and back when, like, basically when iFunny would actually be the place to go for memes, and it would be called like Funny Junk or something like that. Um, Back then, there were like pro-Western military like propaganda games, and then like someone would take that game and then they would flip the character assets, and then they'd make it like a pro Middle Eastern like, you know, um, Hassan Piker organization, like a pro Hassan Piker organization video game. So, you know, the writing's been on the wall for there to be a tipping of the scales culturally, and further dive into greed for the video game market. I mean, the video game market's already crashed out before. That's another thing that was harped about ad nauseum at one point in YouTube, is how, like, you know, the game industry is going to die any minute now. The game industry is going to die any minute now. And I mean, the game industry has died in the past before, but oh, what's my heart rate at? Oh, what's my heart rate at? Man, I bet my heart rate's fucking cooking right now. Oh, I bet my BPM's fucking spitting bars right now. Yeah, I bet my heart rate's fucking spitting right now. Oh man, we're at 95. Yeah, I'm fucking cooking with gas. Ugh. Man, my heart's doing fucking cardio right now. Ugh. Man, my fucking beats per minute of my heart, my my fucking heart rate just dropped a mixtape. Oh, hold on, IBL's back.
guys hear that fucking garbage truck getting rid of the genetic waste? Imagine if incel bones sounded like that when they were rumbling around in the truck. Yeah, we're back. Hopefully the power chat and shit works right now. I'm trying to get used to live streaming while not being a chat, which has been forever since y'all ever chat. What's up, guys? Yeah, we're back. Yeah, there was a bunch of chats and Stacy's over there, so I left because I feel like the chats and Stacy's were trying to have like a blood sacrifice orgy fuck party, and I was like fucking up with the vibe and shit. So I just got left. Taps, it didn't work. Really, 250. Dude, if it's not working, that's because of like racism. Sick. Oh, fuck. Alright. Kind of the problem is though, like it's not about like whether you actually have a chance. You know, not just that tall chat. You kind of look like a pussy who's really talk to. So even if you have a chance, you still look like a pussy while you have a chance. So that's why it's better to get steroids and plastic surgery. Or you make yourself look like a pussy. About like if you actually cared about a woman, wouldn't you rather get plastic surgery and steroids and really large penis before you fucking introduce yourself to her? It's like, why would you like let a woman see you if you actually got genetics if you don't have genetics? You actually like cared about women. Yeah, it's cool. It's working out. You'll send me $1,000 if I denounce Judaism? That sounds like something that Pharaoh would do. That's not my life. Right? I'm trying to roll a cigarette right now first. Wait, I'll give you the paper and hold this for now, yo, those shorts, I'm not gonna make fun of them. That shirt that you can see through, like, I don't know about that. But those shorts like that, I can't talk to you. I mean, I will say this: you got balls, dude, to walk around with the low waist, woman shirt like that, bro.
Dude, I got the damn tuberculosis, dude. Dude, I got the bad ending of fucking Red Dead Redemption 2, dude. I got the fucking bad ending, dude. In fucking Red Dead Redemption 2, but in real life. I got the real life bad ending of Red Dead Redemption 2, dude. I got the fucking tuberculosis and shit, dude. I got the damn tuberculosis, dude. I got a fucking goddamn.
I'm a homeless guy who's 5'7" tall, so like I know better than just trying to talk.
I got a case of the fucking vapors, dude.
I'm not trying to get charged for like not really much spending police car.
Oh.
Where? Dude, are you perma kicked out of hedges? Not really. Only like that.
Bro, I got fucking fiberglass lung, dude. Oh.
Dude, we're gonna get so many fucking natural health.
Bro, I got like fucking fiberglass lung, dude. I got fucking Chinese whooping cough, dude.
You used to be one of the Chads who got all the bitches off our bio back in the day?
Bro, I got fucking gout lung, dude. I got fucking I got King's lung, dude. I got King's disease lung, dude.
She was almost 8 feet tall? Was she hot and proportionate or weird? I was only 4 feet long. What? Yeah, dude, I bet she could probably be way more athletic without the girls in the before. I don't know, man. Yeah. It's just like so back in the day, you used to fucking be in Chad on Delphia, and you had like all the spaces.
only like doing one challenge.
Oh.
They're gathering.
There's only ugly dudes in the burger? Dude, man, what kind of weed bag is this? What brand is this? Real? Loud tubes, man, shrimp. I've never seen this. I would get that recently. That looks like a Buddha bag. That bag looks like it's from the fucking at least 70s. That looks like that's what bags look like in the 70s. That could be like a historic dispensary bag like the 90s, dude. It says it's $22. 22 pesos? Dude, this is like international dispensary, bro. This weed is made for Mexicans or Americans, bro. On either side of the border. That's why it looks so vintage and shit.
What a crazy ass coffee. It really is only 5 leaves.
I know, dude. It looks like old artwork, bro. Dude, that dispensary bag looks like the artwork of old Magic Gathering cards, dude.
Magic cards?
You know Magic the Gathering? That's what that weed bag is. That kind of art.
I know fucking goddamn like Magic card. It's so
Oh man.
It's so cool. I want.
Dude, I suck dick in that shit. I'm more of a Yu-Gi-Oh guy.
I actually heard a couple times. It's always just such a blast. Pokemon is like a sponsor of Magic. Oh yeah.
But like, dude, if you're a guy and you fucking Pokemon cards, that makes you look like a creepy predator. You could get away with
I don't know. I've always just said a bad thing. Me and my buddies. I mean, I won a fucking raffle. 500 fucking Pokemon cards. Sitting in it. On the raffle, I had collected a lot with my friend, his friend, Sean Don. And then after like 20 years, like basically 3 years of me having the collection alone, he fucking sent me to the garage. That sucks. So maybe even the government are fucking.
I used to have all 5 pieces of Exodia, and then like Exodia was like not enough to satisfy a woman in Yu-Gi-Oh anymore, so I kind of put it through it and shit. What's up? Shalom Glaives. That's a cool name. A glaive is a type of medieval forearm, dude. A glaive is something that comes in handy when Chads are trying to mob you and shit.
It's a glaive.
A glaive.
Glaive is the fucking perfect word.
A glaive?
Everything is so free and open by it all being wonderful and glorious. So, glade?
No, not glaive, glaive.
I mean, fuck that dude, glade, however it came into conversation.
Because there could be harmful chemicals in that.
Perfect word. You see Berkeley? Yeah,
No, harmful chemicals in the air pressures.
Right. You see Berkeley, where I went to school, has a memorial glade. Everyone is so happy on the glade. It's magical. It was like 420 at night.
Oh, that sounds sick.
Don't shut down 420.
Dude, you should get a big fucking halberd, dude. And ride around on a longboard with a fucking halberd over your shoulder, bro. Dude, if I paid you, would you walk around town holding your halberd and screaming, I'm not fucking with the legs of dude anymore? If I paid you a lot of money, I was kidding. I'll call you.
I actually really sometimes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, all
It's just
shit.
an average. Really, there's very complex issues.
We are huffing and puffing and blowing the fucking house down, dude.
By the way, are you familiar
With this here
the
penjamin.
nefarious spirit of Miss Andrews? It's called Miss Andrews. It's a kind of demon. I have some frankincense if you want. You can burn it to make the Miss Andrews go away.
That's just the way it's playing. Just makes everything so fucking fucked up. It's just so fucking gratification.
I just wish I had more like real genetics confidence to talk to girls because like whenever I would see hot girls around, I feel like the endangered animals would get fucked up by the poachers without
You're
order.
stained tank. But that's what
If like hot girls and chads fucked up the rainforest, so like what makes like, why would they get marriage? Hold up, I got better equipment for that.
No, yeah, the change part is before the weather is trying to burn the wind so we feel like this.
I got a solution. It's always the sheriffs trying to control the weather. They get the on this guy too. Yeah, he's like the sheriffs use X-ray to the wall and try to get on my side. What's up, YouTube chat? Yo, why is everyone dropping out? Is vegan live? Oh, is vegans live getting a train run on by gang members? And some of them are getting nasty with her. They might hit her. That's why nobody's watching. Oh, dude, is she gonna get beat up by one of the gang members before he even busts the gun? That would be kind of cool. Oh my God, Obi walked away. Yeah, dude. So not only do I need cosmetic surgery in order to talk to women, I need to be able to get protected from like covert microwave weapons and shit. Yeah, dude, SIPs will try to radiate your organs to prove how much better they are to a woman than you are. Oh, that's cool. There's a DoorDash girl soon. I never picked up 4 hot blonde chicks. If somebody ever said I was like in the proximity of 4 blonde women that were all high status and good health and attractive, that's like a fucking conspiracy theory. It's not even